to the APD Community Podcast. I'm Detective Garcia. We have Sergeant Leonard here, and we also have Chief Roca. Chief Roca, how you doing?
I'm very good. How are you today?
Very good, man. We're excited. We're excited that you're here with us as our new interim chief, and we're excited to do the community update with you.
Absolutely. Here we are. Hola, mi gente. ¿Cómo están todo? How's everybody doing today? Chief Roca here for you from Allentown Police Department. It is my distinct honor, and I'm humbled to be named the interim police chief in the city of Allentown. It's a dream come true. I was born and raised in Allentown, and we're here to do the good work together. Absolutely, it's important that you understand that I'm a homegrown individual. You know, my passion is Allentown, and we're going to go forward and make this happen for the future. One of the things that I want to talk about, I have an agenda that I want to speak with you about today, and please feel free to ask questions in the comments there, and I'll do my best to get back to you. We're going to continue the trend of being transparent to the Allentown Police Department. One of the things that we're going to talk about is the Citizen Crime Reporter application that is relatively new, but it's a way for citizens to report crime. Detective Garcia, can you throw up the graphic and explain a little bit about the crimes that can be reported in this?
Sure. This is something new that we're doing. You can report online. I'm going to read it directly from our actual website. This is something that's extremely important, so I want to be as accurate as I can. This report form may be used for thefts less than $200 in value, vandalism less than $2,000 in value, lost property, and graffiti. Crime incidents reported on this form must have occurred within the city of Allentown, so keep that in mind to everybody. Make sure that it's in our jurisdiction. If something happens in your neighborhood and you want to report it, this is another way to report it a little bit more easily accessible. The link will be provided. We'll provide it on the group here with all of you. And this is something new, Chief. This is something that I think is extremely important, and it makes it easier for folks to report.
Detective Garcia, you're absolutely correct. You know, it's important that we embrace the technology that's out there and leverage that, so our community members can feel that they can reach out to the police department, not only by phone, by email, but also through the internet. You know, so it's important that this thing is happening. I'm very excited to see how it's all going to work out. So please, if you don't know about it, please look it up. It's on our Facebook page. It's in our police website. So feel free to visit us on there. In other happy news, I want to congratulate the 107th Academy class graduation, the officers from the Allentown Police Department, along with the other officers and those who put themselves through. It's a very great accomplishment, learning about the police roles and tactics and skills. And I want to give a special congratulations to our 3 new officers from the Academy, Officer Nathalie Soriano, Officer Andrew Geringer, Officer Adam Fenston. I want to say thank you, gentlemen. You are beginning a very honorable profession, and know that the APD family, the community, we support you, and we're here to make sure that you have the best career possible in our city. I also want to say thank you as well to our newer officers, Officer Gregorio Mora, Officer Lindsay Bauman, Officer Pedro Batista, Officer Cody Gonzalez, Officer Steven Gonzalez, and Officer Dakota Martin. These special men and women are going to add to the diversity and vitality of our officers. I'm very excited to see the interactions that are going to take place, not only on the street, but at community events, in the courthouse, anywhere. Our officers are very community oriented and minded in that way, and we want to work with our people. I'm talking to the people that love us and also the people that might have a different opinion. We're here for you regardless of the situation. We're to continue to provide 100% professional police service. It gives me great pride and honor to talk about this next topic. We recently held the Spanish Academy graduation for the Citizens Police Academy that was held in Spanish. We had 11 graduates in this particular program, and I'll tell you, Detective Garcia mentioned this during the commencement or the graduation of this ceremony. He said, "It gives me great pleasure because this is history. You know, as a Latino male, it also gives me great pride to see that we are progressing in various ways in our community, making those contacts, building those bridges. You know, going through the Allentown School District as well, myself, made contact with many different people from all different types of backgrounds. And I always say one of the best things that Allentown has, you know, we're making good development, we're doing all that, but it's about the people. It's about the rich diversity that we have as a community, that we can come together and that we can move forward. And for the graduates for the Spanish Citizens Police Academy, I think that was even more profound because they were able to see, exactly what an officer goes through day to day. And it's important. You can see the photo up there with the graduates that are up on screen. And I'll tell you, the smiles on their faces are genuine. We're here to support our community, to hold ourselves accountable, to be able to put that message out there that we're going to be on this path and this journey to go forward. So to the graduates there, thank you very much for attending. This is something that we're going to continue, and it's something that's going to be positive. One of the things to look forward to is that we're going to bring one of the student graduates to talk about their experience. And it's going to be something outstanding because it's not just me here talking and telling you what a great program it is, but what better way to see it from a person that has actually attended and has taken part in this. And going forward as well, we're probably going to use some of the people as mentors for future Citizens Police Academies in Spanish, also in English, that we're going to hold in the future. Moving on, I'd like to talk about some two cases that we held press releases on, media releases. From June 9th was a double homicide guilty plea, and then also from June 11th was an arrest and a solicitation to commit homicide. Both of these press releases were sent out on the media, through our social media, and also through the direct media, as you can see on your screen there. We worked in conjunction with the district attorney's office, our officers, and also with the community. Don't underestimate the value that the community provides to law enforcement. We no longer police in a vacuum. We police with our community, and that's what the typical foundation is of community policing. It's not my idea, it's what best fits Allentown. What may work in one community might not be the best suggestion or idea for Allentown. We got to find what works. And in our partnership with Cedar Crest College, we're going to find that through hard data. We're not going to make knee-jerk reactions. We're going to study the data. We're going to apply that. And we have the men and women of the police department that are going to be pivotal in conducting these methods that we're doing, and also for the outreach that we're doing. And at the same time, the community is very important in this, because the feedback that you're going to provide, the information that's going to be out there, you're going to see many of us, because the police department is not one person. The police department is a team, it's a unit. And part of that unit too is also the community, the businesses, the nonprofits, our federal friends. So we're going to continue to doing these things to outreach to our community. In moving into our city crime stats, just an update for you guys. I'm very excited, and this is through the hard work and dedication of our men and women in the police department, along with the help of our community and being out there and not accepting individuals that are choosing to do criminality. In this instance, from this time compared to last year, we have in the Part 1 crimes an overall drop of 14.6%. Now, ladies and gentlemen that are out there, that's pretty good. And I'm not patting myself on the back, but this is something that is outstanding for us. I'm very happy to talk about that. And, always when I was a PSA captain to my West End groups, West Park, Muhlenberg, we shared a lot of the crime statistics that occurred and happened. But in order to do this as well, we need everybody to do the effort of reporting crimes through the various ways and means that we have to do that. And we're going to follow up with this. I know oftentimes people talk about quality of life crimes, and that's a very big goal of mine, is to address those quality of life crimes, the fireworks, the dirt bikes, the people that are driving around not caring, or the loud music that's coming from there. This affects the quality of life. And as the police department, we are committed to stemming this type of activity. But I think it's also about educating individuals to know exactly what is a crime and what is the ordinance for that, because some people don't know. We have some people from out of the area coming in, and they might not exactly understand it. But we are going to make an effort, an initiative, to ensure that people have an understanding to be able to work through that, because it's always good for an officer to have discretion, but it's also good for people to understand what we're talking about and what's going on in relation to the laws of the city. In some very positive news, I want to take a moment to thank all the graduates of the elementary, middle, and high schools. Building 21 graduated yesterday. Congratulations. Tonight is Deer High School, my alma mater. Much love, Husky Pride. And then tomorrow we have Allen High School, who's going to graduate, the Canary. So I have much love for Allen. You guys, you deserve it. I'm talking to the graduates now. The world is yours. You're hearing it from an Allentown kid who went to Deer High School. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I know the struggles. And it's important that those struggles, they shape your character. They make who you are. Don't let any obstacle stop you. We're in this together, and those opportunities are going to be there. Hard work, dedication, perseverance, and the non-quitting spirit, you're going to achieve those dreams. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't get to be where you want to be. That's from the heart, so please. And if anybody needs anything, feel free to reach out to me. I will be more than happy to speak with you. With our police academy, I want to talk a little bit about the application process. Like I said before, we just graduated the 107th class, and we're going to move to the next class. We are accepting applications for the academy class, and it's going to start very soon for the 109th police academy. It's going to start on January 2022, and the deadline for that class is August 6th. So if you want to become a law enforcement officer, you have to get certified through the state, and we run a very well-run police academy there with our instructors over there. They're second to none. I'll put them up against any other academy in the state. I'm not just saying that because I'm an Allentown police officer, but because I've been through the programs, I've been through the trainings, and it's, again, teaching the best methods for policing, what the best practices are, and to be transparent with our community as well. Some of the upcoming events that we have, I'm really excited about because it gives me great pride and pleasure as we move through this pandemic and towards the end, because as you can see, I don't have a mask on. I am doubly vaccinated, so that's a good thing. Is the Cedar Beach Basketball Showcase. That runs from Thursday, June 17th from 6 p.m. to Sunday, June 20th at 2021, 10 p.m. Now, I've had an occasion to watch many of these talented players and teams that go there, and I'll tell you, afterwards I would be very sore, but that's just age catching up with me. But, at the end of it, you get to see some really, really good athletes, and it's very inspiring to see the fun that they're having and the genuine, interaction that we're having amongst people there. To mention tomorrow is, we're celebrating Juneteenth, and that's a very special holiday because it brings to light kind of the civil rights movement, the struggle that people went through. Tomorrow, it's filled with events here in the city, also in Bethlehem. In the morning time, there's a very good 5-on-5 football tournament, from my understanding, in the Union Terrace fields over there. So some young people are going to be playing some football tournament, and it's going to be outstanding. I plan to stop by and say hello to the young people that are participating in that. I think it's important, that the young kids have an outlet and experience the park system that is a jewel in the city of Allentown. We're also going to have a flag raising at 11 o'clock in the city hall, and it's going to be something to come to if you're around. And then it's going to lead into a celebration on Hamilton Street, where we're going to have the streets closed off. There's going to be vendors, there's going to be cuisines. It's put forth together by the Juneteenth organization that has worked very closely with our city to make this event happen, and it's something that I will be there with my family. I hope to see some of you out there as well. I want to experience a couple of things. I want to see the interactions because I love interacting with people. I also want to experience the cuisine. I think we can all appreciate, a good meal, and what better way to bond over food. I very much enjoy my food as well, as I'm sure you guys do as well. So please stop out. It's going from 5 to 9. There is going to be fireworks tomorrow in the evening time, and then also it gives an opportunity for everybody to experience the jewel that is the city of Allentown, also to experience what Juneteenth is all about. Bruiser BBQ. It's coming up, folks. Saturday, July 31st at 12 noon to 10 p.m. It's going to be there. And I'm excited for that too, because it's an event, again, that we can get out, get into the community, and just have that day of bonding and interaction, because Allentown is the third largest city in the state of in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. we are here on the map, folks. Our choices are impactful. We talk about going to Philadelphia, going to Pittsburgh, going to different places to experience culture and experience different sights and sounds. I submit to you that we have that all right here in the city of Allentown. We have art, we have culture, we have a lot of different things that are going on. We have local artists that are extremely talented, better than my stick figures that I could put together. But I want to give a shout out to, I'm thinking of it, Rigo Peralta, an artist in his own renown. It's absolutely amazing to see that. We also have something coming up too on June 26th. It's the PRCP Kids Fest at the Arts Park. It's running from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Detective Garcia, can you tell us a little bit about this, please?
Sure. So this year, they're doing a fairy tale and folklore theme. So every year before COVID, they would actually, pick a theme, superheroes, princess, or comics or something. But this year they're doing the fairy tale folklore theme. So it's going to be great. They're going to have food. There might be a dunk tank. I'm not sure. They'll have crafts. They'll have music. The stage will be out there. PRCP is the organization that actually coordinates the Puerto Rican Day Parade. So they do several events throughout the city. And so this is one of their major events. They do about 4 or 5 major events, which, as a city, is extremely important for us. And obviously in the Puerto Rican culture as well, we want to be able to, put out those events and share our culture. So they are just wonderful. It's a kid event. It's free. Bring out your child. It's going to be food, fun, costumes, you name it. They're going to have it. And it's at the Arts Park from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Detective Garcia, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have some time, please feel free to stop out there. It's an awesome time. I'm aware that there's going to be a multicultural event, I believe, in the fall, and we'll talk more about that later, but I'm definitely going to be there as well. It's something to experience culture, because sometimes when you don't understand something, that's when kind of like the thoughts of what's happening can occur. But in order to grow, in order to embrace our community, our society, we need to understand each other. And that's hugely important. I just want to take a moment to say hello to a few folks that have said hello. We have Kim, Ann, Janet, Luis, Zoraida, Pam, Don, Amy Jo. Guys, thank you for saying hello. Everybody out there that's listening right now, know that we're committed to being transparent, to continuing the good work that APD has established and continues to do. Like I said before, I'm an Allentown kid, born and raised. My passion is Allentown. When I was in college, they asked me, well, what do you want to do when you grow up? And it's being the Allentown police officer. It's being in this department. We have many, many professional men and women that are excellent police officers that give of themselves selflessly. And just as the community, there's many members out there, many nonprofit groups, Promise Neighborhood, Unidos. I was at a recent Unidos event where there was a toy drive-through, and I was standing there with other officers, and to see that bonding, to see that community approach, to see, unbeknownst to me, they caught me with a smile as I was in the back seat of a car talking to a young person, but it fills me with happiness. I'm a father myself. I have 3 children, aging from 18, 16, and 12, and home life, family life is super important. And just as we experience those moments in time, we got to think of those that are less fortunate, and we got to build them up, and we got to go on this journey together. In these community events, these nonprofits that are doing it, God bless you guys. We're in this here with you, and we're going to make sure that Allentown progresses the way it needs to be, because we're here for you. On that, I'd open it to any questions. I'm going to ask Sergeant Leonard if there's any questions that came through. If there's no questions at this time, I just want to say something to you guys about having that opportunity of reaching out and knowing who to contact. If you're not aware, we did restructure our police department a little bit, and it's important to know that we made the community outreach unit, and some of the duties and responsibilities that were previously handled by PSA captains, where you would be contacted, we created a unit to kind of address some of the concerns. And we're going to continue to do that. We have Sergeant Leonard, Sergeant Williams, many hardworking officers in the schools that are there as well. And it's something that is absolutely vital that, if there's an issue or any concern, please reach out to them. The contact information is on the webpage, and it's something that's crucial. I find value in information, not only us receiving information, but also giving it back to you guys to keep you up to date on what's happening, being transparent with the process, and we're going to do that. Questions to the Community Outreach Unit can be emailed to apdcommunity@allentownpa.gov. Again, apdcommunity@allentownpa.gov. Another thing to reach out to us, remember we have our tip 411. You can download that on your phone, on your smartphone, Samsung, Apple, whatever foundation you have there, or you can go right to our website. Tip 411 is pretty straightforward. It's a drop-down menu, so it's pretty easy to fill in the information, and it gets followed up on. I would ask, that's for information. If it's something that requires a police response, please call our non-emergency number, 610-437-7751, or if it's an emergency, of course, 911. For what I want to say to you guys too is, I've often attended the community groups on the West End, and my West End people will know this, and they've heard this before, and I've said I was an advocate for the West End as PSA 2 captain. I'm now coming to you here as the interim chief of police of Allentown, and I will tell you I'm the advocate for the city, for you guys. Regardless of your life circumstance, you could be an unsheltered person, you could be an undocumented immigrant, whoever. We're in this together, and at the end of the day, it's about doing the right thing. Our Constitution guarantees those rights, and we're going to respect that, and we're going to keep moving forward. Stay tuned for more. We're going to continue doing these podcasts. We're going to continue to being open and transparent with the public. I want to say thank you for everybody that took time out of their day for that.
Looks like we have a question from Genesis before we close out, Chief. I know
Let's
you were doing the major drum roll, ready to rock it.
Let's do it, Genesis.
Genesis
Welcome.
Ortega said, "What would you say is the department's biggest priorities heading into the summer?"
Biggest priority. Thank you, Genesis. That's a great question. And I will tell you, heading into the summer, it's about building bridges to the community. Because it's not just the police taking action and doing things, but also including citizens. Just from the Spanish Citizens Police Academy, I had one of the graduates come up to me, and she said, yo quiero trabajar para la comunidad, para la policía. For those that don't speak Spanish, I want to work for you guys. I want to work for the police to spread that message. And that's what it's about, building relationships. I want to share something real quick with you, Genesis, and everybody else that's listening. My friend, if he's out there listening, and I'm not sure he's on this, but Fred Montgomery, he posted something, and I'm going to read it for you. And I want you to listen to those words. Relationships are valuable when you truly invest in them. Endless dividends will be distributed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's about. It's about building those relationships. It's about making sure that the police and the community are together. I have a saying, we don't police the community, we police with the community. And that's going to lead us, and that's going to be my focus and the goal for this summer, to build those bridges, move forward, address the quality of life issues, and make sure that our department is moving in a forward progression. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I really am humbled, and I thank you for your support, the outpouring and kindness that was shown to me on social media. I really am appreciative, but this is the beginning. We got a lot of work to do, and it's going to be at times challenging, but we're going to get through it, and this is all possible because of our relationships. So thank you.